Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going fantastic and your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic as well. Today I wanted to talk more about what we touched on in my last video. The common link of narcissism in our society. And over the last few days of slowing things down and taking a bit of time to think about this subject. And reflecting on many things we see in our world today. And reflecting on the years and years of comments that have been left here on my channel by those directly affected by a narcissist. Or narcissists in their life. It made me think long and hard and understand. It's very important for this type of information to land in front of the eyes and ears of more people. True. Some people will indeed stay asleep and will never wake up to the truth. And I don't wish that fate upon anyone. But there will be those over here and those over there that will hear this message and will look around them and understand. Wait a minute. That's what's been not only happening in my home life, but also in the society I live in. You see, when a narcissist parent or parents want to control a family, their family, they use a system of creating scapegoats and golden children. There can be several of each depending on how many there are in a particular family. A narcissist parent or parents will do what I call the shark bump test. Which is what a shark oftentimes will do to see if you are a threat or if you are easy prey. Well, the narcissist parent in this case will do something such as gaslight you. They might accuse you of something you didn't do. Which is what happened to me. And they want to see, will you go along with whatever it is they are saying against you? Because you don't want any further trouble. Or will you stand up and fight for the truth? Well, my brother ended up going along to get along. And I ended up telling my mother over and over. That's not right. And I would argue my points and provide facts and evidence showing the truth. And my brother thought. He thought he was getting a better deal because he noticed how I was treated. Everything was my fault. I was the bad one. I was never given the benefit of the doubt. And I was never given the fake love he was given. Now this is where you want to pay close attention. When we are talking about society as a whole. My brother didn't understand that at some point my mother would turn on him. And while it was appearing she was doing things for his benefit, all the things she was doing was literally destroying and ruining his life. Now, just like we've talked about before, narcissist, just like those that have good intentions, can be found in nearly every walk of life. They can be a clerk at the grocery store. They can be your neighbor. Or someone that produces television shows and movies. Or those that plan on how they want society to run and how you to think and operate within that society. Well, take a look at society now. The game of scapegoats and golden children has been played on the masses for a long time. It's just now hitting a fevered pitch. Or maybe it's just possible for some. For some, the haze blurry vision of what is going on. For some, things are now becoming clear. Again. Let's look at narcissism and the narcissist. They rarely, if ever, have a real solution to fix a problem. Problems they create through manipulation, lies and division. And if they do create some sort of a solution, it's really more scapegoating. Think. Even as a scapegoat. Though I would argue my points. I would also at times avoid what was going on because I didn't want to be blamed anymore. And my narcissist golden child brother, he would go along with whatever was going on regarding what agenda my narcissist mother was trying to push. Because he thought he was going to get some sort of benefit. Look. My narcissist mother never worked. My father died when I was quite young because I think the stress was too much from dealing with my mother. She burned through all of his money. My mother was putting us on one free program after the next. And she seemed to weirdly work hard at not being healthy and wanting to learn something that could benefit us and our household. And when I would talk to my mother, I remember looking for jobs for my mother in the want ads when I was 10 years old. My mother would say, "Oh, I'm working on it, James. I'm working on it." Well, I don't have to tell you my mother wasn't working on anything. Except on how to get free stuff and use my brother and I as pawns. And to divide my brother and I from forming a bond. And this is very important. A bond where we might help one another. Formulate a plan when older and leave her and her entire messed up situation behind us. You see, though my mother didn't have a lot of money and my mother didn't work, she is no different in principle to the rich narcissist. Their goals are the same. Control and divide. Divide and control. And you see it everywhere. One minute it seems like support and what would be called love is given over here. Then all of a sudden it's taken away and now it's given over there. With people being demonized when they were once praised. And praised when they were once demonized. When a great many aren't willing to take a step back and think. Wait. What's going on here? If so and so can do this and that to them, what makes me think they won't turn on me too? Here's what you need to know. Narcissists will go after their own at some point. If they held you up high today, tomorrow they might come after you while they are now holding someone else up high. It's also tied in with love bombing. If you are given all of this attention and all of the goodies by this person or these people, somewhere along the line it usually all gets taken away. Again. You don't think the narcissists that you dated or were married to or that raised you wouldn't do this on a massive scale if they had a chance? Narcissists are narcissists are narcissists. They don't change. And I think it's the patterns that will give them away if this information regarding narcissism can continue to spread. Along with terms such as scapegoat, golden child, gaslighting, projection, and the fact that narcissists rarely come up with a real solution to a problem. And the solutions they come up with usually involves divide, scapegoating and gaslighting and projection. While love bombing and holding someone up as the golden child. Then next year, the roles can be reversed and the pattern and the process can start all over again. Wake up. And spread the word. Because I wish someone could have told my brother and I when we were young that my mother was a toxic person and that she was playing us both. And that we both should turn around and see her as the problem and put our resources together and help one another get free from her. Well, in society it's the same thing. Sure, some of the movies and television shows might have some harmless entertainment in them. But there's a lot of messages that promote and project a certain thinking and mindset onto you and then you feel scared to want to go against such narrative. That's narcissism. That's narcissism, folks. That's how scapegoats and golden children are created. You are given a choice of truth and right and you are given a choice of fake love. And sadly that's a choice that no young person should have to make. When you are that young you need to be protected, not manipulated. What happened to my brother and I and you and your home was wrong. But the buck doesn't stop there for the narcissist. It keeps going and spreading. Because they take their patterns and ways of doing things and they infect it in nearly every walk of life. So much you can't turn around without seeing the pattern in full-on action. And I think if the average person had a chance to watch a video like this, they might say, why am I letting my anger and frustration get the best of me? Oh, I see now. That's what the unseen narcissists want me to feel and act like. 1. To get the narcissistic supply. But also so they can further their agenda of what most narcissists want. Complete dominance and complete control. Then we have psychopathy on the rise. You have the worst of the worst kinds of acts done by the youngest of the young. Robbing and hurting people. And they seem to be gleefully happy as if their souls are lost. This is what narcissists want for society. Because you see, on an individual level, if you look at the parents, most are just as bad and toxic as their young son or daughter running around doing all of these bad things. And if they are the parent that stands up and says how they raised their child with love, you and I know in most, not all, but most cases that's a lie. Because this is the sick part people don't want to admit. Some narcissists raise their son or daughter to act like that, so they can watch them spiral out of control. So they can watch them be put through the system. And so they can get supply from the entire thing. The levels and degrees narcissists will mess up their son or daughter's life varies. And sadly this is one of those degrees. Well, if a parent will mess up their son or daughter's life so they turn to a life of crime and they are doing all of these bad things to where they are locked up for the rest of their life. Don't you think those narcissists with the means to do so wouldn't create a platform for people to fall into such traps? That's right, they would. They sure would. The patterns are the same, people. The patterns are the same. And though information about narcissism is growing and gaining steam, I think narcissists are concerned about how much steam and where that steam is directed. Meaning they want to control the narrative. Basic information about narcissism, I don't think they are really that concerned about. But the information that teaches you how to be a critical thinker, that's a different story. They don't want you to connect the dots and see the pattern of what they do in the many walks of life they are involved in. If more people just slowed things down and thought about it for a moment, and they noticed the patterns, I think you would see an even bigger shift in society. A society where people walked away from narcissism and the narcissists. A world of people praying and returning to the Father and understanding and seeing the lies and patterns of Satan. The patterns and lies that were told since the beginning in the Garden of Eden. Wake up, people. Wake up. With that said, I thank you for your support. You all really mean a lot to me. I have been at this for more than 10 years. And you are still here working hard at it too. That really means a lot. And for those that are new, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. We've got a long road ahead. But we'll get there. And for those of you that haven't subscribed, if you like this content, please do so. The more subscriptions and shares and lies and comments helps videos like this possibly get recommended to others here on this platform. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.